Hello friends, today I am going to start to discuss with you about Quit India movement. We have earlier discussed about Roundtable Conference, Gandhi-Irwin Pact and Dandi March. But Quit India movement, see, within the period from Roundtable Conference to Quit India movement is not discussed here. But important event is Quit India movement, so it is being discussed here. Carefully understand this. Within this period, some incidents have taken place that I am stating here. As like after Roundtable Conference, originally we know that the Roundtable Conference was failed. But thereafter again Gandhiji was sentenced to jail. And in India in 1935, Government of India had started to give some reforms, as like our political parties can participate in elections, right? Earlier it was done about Swaraj Party, we know that. And 1935 Government of India Act was sent in our Advisory Council of Viceroy. So some activities were in continuation within this period. So the mid period I am discussing 1931 32 to 1942, because Quit India movement started in 1942. So in between period what happened, that I am discussing. It is not given in book, but you have to keep in your mind. So the Second World War started in 1939 and India was forcibly included by Britishers in war from their side without making any discussion with Indians, right? In between the period, at some elections, Congress got good results and they had formed their own governments, interim governments working in those provinces. Means governments Indians started to form. But due to the Second World War, India's leaders have withdrawn their governments and resigned for protesting that why India is involved by Britishers in the Second World War without talking with us. So Indians had resigned, but war was already ongoing and almostly in our eastern side front war was continued with Japan, and our soldiers were fighting from Britishers side. So Congress was not ready to create more problem for soldiers and British governments. So they decided to do, instead of mass protest, start individual satyagraha in January 1942. Now you can ask me question, what's the meaning of individual satyagraha? Means every person will come out, will oppose the policy of Britisher in a speech in front of a persons, and he will be, if Britishers arrest him, he will be sent to jail. Otherwise he will go to another place and will make his speech, try to awaken the people against Britishers' unjust policy. This was individual satyagraha, and first individual satyagrahi who was sent to jail under this individual satyagraha was Vinoba Bhave of Maharashtra. You have to understand and to remember. But when Britishers decided to send one committee named as under the leadership of Stafford Cripps. It was spoken as Cripps Mission. The members of the committee met so many people, but the reports what they sent to the Britishers was as like partition of India. So Indians not agreed. See, in those days in India, major two parties were in light. For all Indians, Congress was fighting, and for narrow-mindedness, for rigid-mindedness, I could say, Muslim League was fighting only for the Muslims. So in that way, this fight became unaccepted by Britishers, but Indians continued to protest and decisively denied for accepting Cripps mission. So in that way, see here, both parties had denied to accept the Cripps mission. Understand? Congress denied because in the Cripps mission report, it was seen to be partition. So in Congress denied, and Muslim League denied because Muslim League was finding that complete declaration of Pakistan was not there in Cripps mission report. So they also denied. In that way, it was complete failure of Cripps mission. Right? You have to understand this. Thereafter, people of India were clearly understanding that Britishers have no intention to leave India forever. So Gandhiji advised to the people of India to come out and to fight desperately and to get ready for new and last fight. Understand? So in that way, the Quit India movement started. Clear, my friends? Okay. On 8th August 1942, here the date is given wrongly in your textbook. Actually, it has to be 8th. Instead of that, it has been given, the printed date is 9th August. But I am talking not about starting of the movement. I am talking about resolution or declaration of the Quit India movement. And that date was 8th August. Here it is given 9th August. But it was 8th August when the resolution for Quit India movement start. It was passed in Working Committee of Congress. See, Working Committee means Congress Working Committee, CWC, is the important and most powerful committee of Congress. They were deciding every decision and was implementing by everyone. That you have to remember. In Mumbai, CWC held and they decided to protest against Britishers' wrong policies. Next day, means 8th August, the resolution was passed to start the Quit India movement. And on next day, means 9th August, the Quit India movement was started. But Britishers were very clever. So they arrested all important Congress leaders. You have to understand this. All important Congress leaders like Gandhiji, Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad and other leaders were sent to jail on next morning. Means 9th August morning, Britishers arrested all the leaders. The newspapers were banned. Religion leaders were not allowed. Regional committees, district level committees were dissolved, and all Congress leaders were completely arrested simultaneously with national leaders of Congress also. So in that way, Britishers tried to stop, to make a big protest from Congress. And here Gandhiji used one statement: this is the last fight of my life. This is the last fight in my life, and therefore people of India should make all attempts to achieve independence. This is the last fight in my life, and therefore people of India should make all attempts to achieve independence. Also with this line, he gave one slogan, do or die, which is spoken in Hindi as karenge ya marenge. Either we do the fight with Britishers or in protest we will die. We have no worries. That is spoken as do or die. In Hindi it is spoken as karenge ya marenge. So here two questions may come, that in beginning of Quit India movement, which statement Gandhiji made, and second, in Quit India movement, which slogan Gandhiji gave. Right, my friends? So you can understand what I mean to say. Here two questions have come. On which date the resolution was passed is a one more question, where it was passed, and when the actual movement started. So you have to remember, the movement started on 9th August and resolution was passed on 8th August 1942 in Mumbai in meeting of Congress Working Committee CWC. Clear? Okay. Now you remember that when all leaders of Congress were arrested, the nationwide protest and strikes were realized by Britishers. This was realized by Britishers, that the Indians have made the nationwide strikes, right? The rural and urban regions of the country, and people like workers, farmers, youth, female, student, teachers, businessmen, everybody had come out for movement. The important thing is this, that whole country was awakened to fight against Britishers as the last fight. Workers stopped to go to factories for work, and you understand what could be the condition of the worker if they are not going to the factories. Their salary could be stopped, right? During these days in Ahmedabad, one peaceful strike continued for 105 days in 75 cotton mills, and the workers stopped work, 1 lakh mill workers. Now you understand how much a big number of workers, how much mills have stopped to work, and how much long strike was it is. 105 days strike in Ahmedabad. So you can understand that India was completely awakened. Also with cotton textile mills at Madras and iron factories at Jamshedpur also closed or on strike. Means the production was completely stopped. College students, school students also decided to observe the strike. So this is a big strike. When the college students and school students are not going to the education, then what could be the situation of the schools and colleges? Study cannot be continued. For nearly 3.5 months, market in Ahmedabad was closed. I repeat, for nearly 3.5 months, markets in Ahmedabad were closed. So complete all economic activities were stopped. This is the important thing you have to understand. Right? So in that way, it was a completely effective strike at everywhere against Britisher. That I want to say. During this Quit India movement, some harmful activities also took place. Anger of people against British government were seen at every part of India. In which way? They destructed buildings, railway stations. Means so many destructions were done by the people. And on other side, Britishers used their power to suppress people. Against people, Britishers used their power. They were using their army, their military, their weapons also over Indians by firing unknowingly way. For any specific person they were not firing, but in a general mass they continued to fire. So you can understand how many people could be injured. Many people could die. People also, as I stated, that people burnt British buildings, telegram departments, police stations, railway stations, post offices, government buildings, school and college buildings, railway lines, bridges and roads were disrupted, burned and destroyed. And I could say it was set on fire. These government properties. In this whole incident, railway had lost so many properties and incurred big losses, heavy losses. In that way, people also protested from their side for destruction of buildings, but violence from side of Indian people had not done by killing of Britishers. It was not happening. Means Indians protest was only up to destruction of buildings and to stop activity, nothing more. In many areas people used bombs also. So you can understand that people tried to show their power against Britisher. That is the point I want to say. So here you have to remember that in which way government have used their power. They tried to suppress the movement, and some data I want to give you. More than 70,000 people were imprisoned. 70,000 people. You think in one jail in present days 300, 400, 500 people are imprisoned, and 70,000 people were imprisoned. You can understand that buildings were filled with the people. 538 gunshots were fired. So you can understand gunshots will not see the name or the number or the face of the person, but immediately will move to the person and will injure him. 1028 people lost their lives. 3200 people injured. So you can understand 70,000 people were imprisoned. Again I am repeating data. 538 gunshots were fired, 1028 people lost their lives, and 3200 people were injured. And see here the amount for which the property was confiscated. Confiscated means attached by Britishers, the Indian properties, and how much fine was taken is not given numbers, but innumerable lakhs of the rupees were fined over people. The production was stopped, so it was a loss, lakhs and the crores of the rupees, you can understand. A unique political consciousness, awareness, awakening was created within the people against Britishers. That is the great thing. This movement gave clear warning to the British government and clear message to the world that India will not be enslaved by any power in the world. This struggle of Quit India movement signaled to the world. That is the main point. And it was signal given by people of India. That we have to understand. And it was to the Britisher clearly that quit India immediately or be ready to suffer more losses. The people of India were now insisting for complete independence. We know that the beginning of complete independence was started in 1931, right? And as a part of it, the civil disobedience movement was started. So it was not a first one. This movement of the Quit India movement was not a first one. But Gandhiji had already stated that this is the last movement from Indian side. You have to understand this. The amendment was required for dominion status. You have already understood by me that dominion status means partial freedom. In your area you can take your administration in your way, you can make your laws in your way, but for your own area. But with other countries you have not complete independence. That is the lacking of dominion status. But in Nehru Committee report, India had demanded for dominion status. But now when the complete independence was started, the demand for dominion status was invisible. Remember this line. When we started to demand for complete independence, now nobody was ready to accept the dominion status. So this is the important moment that I want to say, because afterwards Britishers were bound to make the steps to give us freedom, as like the cabinet mission was sent to India, and by 1946 the interim government of Indian people started to work, and laterly in 1947 we achieved the freedom. So you understand this. This was the last moment from Indian side to achieve the independence forever. Right, my friends?